Hi Libra, welcome to my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. Today is November 21st, 2019. This is a general love reading for the end of the month of November. It is general, so it can pertain to any kind of relationship you're dealing with, romantic or otherwise. Be flexible with the energy. Might feel like I'm reading for you. You could also feel like you're cross-watching. Do not be concerned about the gender of the cards or the pronouns I'm using to describe them. You can also interchange the roles within the reading. Don't try to make the reading fit, but you will know if it's resonating. And like I said, you can interchange the roles if you don't feel like you're the main character or the person that I'm actually reading for. You could be somebody else within the reading itself. So Libra, I'm going to get one more shuffle in here and we're going to get started, see what's going on for you for the end of the month of November. In your underlying energy, we have the Star in reverse with the Queen of Swords. The Sun in reverse. Two of Wands. Four of Cups, Eight of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, and she is paired with the Hangman in reverse. So we have the Queen of Swords and Queen of Pentacles on the table. Let me start shuffling these and look at these for a second so I can figure out what's going on. So it does feel like these two queens are separate people. I might change my mind after I get some more cards out, but right now it feels like it's two separate people. And Libra, you feel like the Queen of Swords to me. You're paired with the Star card in reverse. So I feel like you're ready to speak up about or speak your truth. Express yourself regarding some kind of matter or situation that needs healing, or you feel like maybe there's a lack of hope or something's broken. You want to talk about it. Could be a relationship, could be a situation, but you're ready to stand firm in your opinion, your take on the matter. It might be for the sake of maybe trying to fix things, because I do believe you might feel like there's a lack of clarity in this matter, which is keeping you maybe from making a decision, or somebody else from making a decision, or there is a need to shed light on some kind of situation, or gain some clarity before a decision is made, whether by you or somebody else. I feel like you are giving information or talking about something. You're the one who's doing the communicating. I do believe you've maybe taken a back seat for a while in the situation. And you might feel like, you know what, enough is enough. I am so tired of watching this happen before my eyes and nobody's freaking taking this seriously or moving in the right direction or speaking forthright about it. It feels like someone needed to, step in, Libra needed to step in her Queen of Swords energy and slap some people around a little bit so that they can see what the hell's going on. That's what this guy needs, a slap in the face, because he's about to take a snooze. And he's got 4 gold cups sitting around. Someone's going to come by and take those cups if he falls asleep. I'm just saying. So someone needs to come in and slap him awake so nobody takes his cups. Libra, you might be ready to do that. So we got the Queen of Pentacles here. Now she's got some real positive energy too. This person, however, might not have a clear understanding of the situation. This person might be the one who's been sitting around feeling like there is no ability to make a decision or a choice, but she might be seeing a different perspective with your help, your assistance. I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is somebody that you are close to, somebody who is a loyal individual to you. This could be a partner, this could be a friend, this could be a family member, co-worker. This is somebody the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's very grounded, very sincere, hardworking, compassionate, loving, like I said, loyal, high integrity. This is somebody who you want on your side. This is this is a perfect partner. If it's a, you know, spouse, this is a loving sister. If it's a family member, this is the person who's going to stop at nothing to make sure that her family and friends are taken care of, and know that she's on their side. So let's see what's going on. What is Libra talking about? What is Libra doing here? So we've got the Eight of Wands again, twice on the table. Now in your underlying energy, both in the upright position. Again, communication, you're speaking up, you're taking action. You might be taking action too. This could include some travel. Maybe you need to go somewhere in order to meet with some people. You have the Five of Swords. So you're definitely addressing or dealing with some conflict, either that's occurred in the past, continues now, or something that may have just started, or something you feel needs to be addressed. Sun in reverse is clarified by the King of Swords. There's your counterpart. This could be a spouse, could be a close friend, but someone who's of like mind. I'll talk about him in a second. We have the Ace of Wands in reverse, clarifying the Two of Wands. Judgment in reverse. Two of Cups in reverse. We have the Five of Wands in reverse. And the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so I do feel like you're addressing some kind of conflict or some kind of fighting or issue that's gone on between, I don't know if you're involved, that's the thing, I'm not sure. I mean, you could be. There are three separate energies on the table for sure. So this could be a group dynamic. We do have the Two of Cups on here, but I do feel it affected a love relationship or a connection that was significant. And this communication is about that broken relationship or separation or something that went awry in that relationship. Some bad decisions have been made and they're not being addressed. Again, nobody's facing the truth about some decisions that have been made in the past. I feel like you might be the one who's really putting some energy into thinking about this or going back to this matter to bring it out in the open. I feel like a decision needs to be made, and needs to be made possibly by this King of Swords. And if a decision isn't made, it could result in a missed opportunity. Something slipping out of your hand, something getting away from you. This King of Swords also may be somebody that you are providing clarity to. This King of Swords feels like he might be in the dark about something. And because he's in the dark, he isn't able to make a decision about this because he doesn't have the information he needs, and you might be giving him clarity as well. So the King of Swords is somebody who, very similar to the Queen of Swords, is all about, doing right versus wrong. Could be someone who is in law enforcement, someone who is very straightforward, someone who is generally an authority figure. Could be someone, again, father figure or a boss. This person is not, it's not that this person can't be caring and loving, but this person is not someone who's going to let emotions get in the way of making decisions. And I feel like this King of Swords needs some clarity. This Queen of Pentacles is dealing with some internal conflict, maybe something that at one time was out in the open, but she has set it aside or decided not to deal with it, possibly has put her into a state of internal conflict, dealing with something. Maybe she's feeling guilty about something, maybe she's feeling responsible about something. Again, I do feel like there is possibly a broken relationship or split, or at least a situation where there is something that went awry within a very important relationship between at least two people. It could be more, but so this Queen of Pentacles is may have received some information. This could have been from you and seen something from a different perspective that has put her into a little bit of a state of kind of wondering, oh shit, what do I do now? It's possible, Libra, as the Queen of Swords here, you are acting as a mediator or a go-between, or someone who is providing legal counsel maybe, or just, you know, acting as maybe as a role of a therapist, or just a good friend who's listening to two separate parties. If this Queen of Pentacles and King of Swords is the relationship in question that is broken or severed, or they're split, or there's just something that's gone wrong. Again, this doesn't have to be a romantic situation. This could be a brother and a sister that are having some issues. But I feel like both have been in the dark about something. This Queen of Pentacles feels like she's recently gained some knowledge or some information. And I do feel like it's come from you, possibly come from you. And then this King of Swords is still feeling like he might be in the dark or unsure about something. And he's the one who needs to make a decision. He has the Two of Wands on his side with an Ace of Wands in reverse, meaning if he doesn't make a decision, he's going to lose out on an opportunity. It could be a potential relationship with this Queen of Pentacles, could be, you know, something having to do with maybe making amends within a relationship. But for whatever reason, he needs to gain some clarity first and then make a decision. So we have the Three of Wands clarifying the Star in reverse, Three of Wands in reverse. And then the Nine of Wands, clarifying your energy, Queen of Swords. The Sun, clarifying the Sun, both in reverse. Yeah, this. And then Six of Wands. Let me get these out. I'll just show the cards to you. I feel like I'm wasting time sometimes when I show them twice. Ace of Pentacles, Empress. Okay, so Libra, you're going to bat for these people. I feel like you are someone who's, again, taking the lead and moving forward. You're the general in this battle. You're the one who's claiming victory after it's said and done, but you're still in the mix of it right now. You're still in this conflict, but making some headway, because I do feel like for whatever reason you are the one giving clarity. There's a lack of hope. Something didn't transpire because there's been a lack of hope. It almost feels like whatever's been going on, people became apathetic and just decided, you know what, there's no hope for this situation. I'm just going to let it go and stop thinking about it. And that is why everybody missed out. Whoever's involved in this, whatever, hope for whatever it is, relationship, reconnection, reconciliation, whatever it is. But you're communicating now. You're saying, look, you're all just in this state of mind that it's hopeless. Why even bother? And that's the reason why we haven't seen any results from this. Any positivity, any reconciliation, any attempts maybe at communication. It's just been a failure because no one's willing to stand up and talk or take the first step. And this King of Swords, interesting that he's flanked by all of this Sun energy in reverse. I just feel like, not that he's in the dark, but maybe he's just craving that clarification or confirmation, maybe a second opinion. I feel like he really needs some support right now because he feels like he's not in the dark. He's in the sunlight, but the Sun is in reverse. He feels like he doesn't have all the information he needs, or feels like he's not gaining clarity even, or maybe he's refusing to see the light. He's not seeing what's right in front of him because he is unable to make a decision. And the longer he sits around sitting there saying, oh, he doesn't understand, he doesn't get it, he's losing this opportunity. It's just becoming a failure. Again, this feels like the inability to face things head on, or just be honest, or just come out and talk. It's keeping everybody from moving forward. So because of this lack of communication, or you're communicating that, you know, there's been some instability in this relationship, because communication is a factor. It's a key factor. And nobody's willing to step up and talk. I just feel like there's a lot of people clamming up, ghosting one another, maybe being stubborn, refusing to take the first step, refusing to admit that this is affecting their happiness. There's a lot of grief and sorrow. If this is a third-party situation, and it potentially could be with the Three of Swords out here, this does not, here's the thing. We've got the Two of Cups in reverse, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's a romantic relationship. I feel like this is more of a friendship or family situation. If it is romantic, you know, this could indicate third-party situation. If that's something you're dealing with, that if I'm being honest, it really doesn't feel that way to me. This feels more like, you know, someone possibly got involved in something they weren't, you know, sticking their nose in somebody else's business, or, you know, too many cooks in the kitchen, that type of thing. It does not necessarily feel like someone, infidelity or someone cheating on someone, that kind of thing. It just doesn't feel that way to me. So we have the Empress out here with the Queen of Pentacles. I do feel like this is her energy. This Queen of Pentacles missed out on some kind of opportunity, or there was some misstep or some possibly just some mistakes that happened. This came out clarifying the Hangman, and then we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like she's got some mental internal conflict that she's dealing with because of a missed opportunity or something that didn't transpire for her. I mean, this could potentially be like a missed job opportunity, and I'm getting from this that she may have learned that, you know, maybe she was chosen for the job, but there was some kind of miscommunication or something. Like there's something about this that she's seeing a new perspective that maybe this was something she deserved or something that she had earned, but it didn't transpire for her, and she may just be learning about this, may have some internal conflict because of that. It could be related to this relationship, that missed opportunity in a relationship. But she's learned of something, I believe, that she knows now that she deserved or that she was supposed to have, that was meant for her, but she missed out on it for some reason. And again, I'm feeling like there's a sense of lack of hope. Maybe on I don't feel like it's coming from you, Libra. I do feel like possibly this King of Swords and Queen of Pentacles. Both of them are on the upright, so it's not like they have this negative energy surrounding them. There's just a lot of, maybe, again, this Four of Cups. Denial, or just not thinking through things, or ignoring your intuition. And it's really caused some grief and sorrow because bad mistakes have been made because people aren't paying attention. That's what I'm getting more than anything. Just people aren't paying attention to what's going on. So we have the King of Wands in your underlying energy with the Eight of Wands. And Judgment again in reverse. King of Swords is clarified by the Eight of Swords. This King of Swords feels trapped. We've got the Page of Wands. He feels like he can't make a move because he doesn't feel like he has all the information he needs. There's a sense that this relationship, if there's a broken relationship or some kind of separation, there's frustration. Okay, this Queen of Pentacles was just slapped in the face. Here we have the Four of Cups in reverse. Someone slapped her in the face with some information. And again, I remember I told you that you felt like you were coming in to slap some people's faces so they could wake up and stop being so apathetic. You may have come in to provide this information and slap this Queen of Pentacles in the face and said, you deserved this. This was for you. This was meant for you. And instead of giving it some attention, some love, some care, some compassion, whether this was a relationship or job opportunity, whatever, it feels like she took her emotions out of it, or she decided not to care about it, or she didn't want to get hurt, so she kept herself from getting hurt by removing herself from the situation. Now she's dealing with this mental conflict because she missed out on the opportunity. Now it's not there for her. Now this King of Swords feels like he could change that, but he feels trapped by not having enough clarity. Sun in reverse twice. But he could take another shot at this missed opportunity, this thing that's slipping out of his hands, if he would just get out of his dark cloud situation. Speaking of dark cloud, it is late in the afternoon. I think it's around 4, and I don't usually do my videos this late, so the lighting looks okay to me, but I do apologize if it starts to get a little dim. It should be okay with the next 10 or 15 minutes that I'm going to do the video. Anyway, the decisions that were made in the past that put everybody in non-movement mode were poor decisions. Brought down the tower, judgment in reverse, and all it did was bring conflict that has yet to be resolved. That now you're sitting here trying to battle by bringing out some truth and clarity, and trying to battle this, help the situation. It's interesting, Libra, that I do feel, at least in this reading, the person I'm reading for, whether you're the Libra or not, or you're a cross watcher, you do feel like a mediator to me. You don't feel directly involved. So this Two of Cups energy feels like it's probably the Queen of Pentacles and King of Swords. Now we did have the King of Wands that showed up in your underlying energy. So I feel like you may be communicating to this King of Swords that it's time to take some action. I do feel like the King of Wands is his energy. You may have decided to come out and say, look, your lack of hope was the reason why your ships did not come in. You need to get your ass in gear and take some action. The King of Wands does that. The King of Action is all about taking action, being a leader, not being intimidated by what needs to be done, not intimidated by delegating, responsibilities to others where it needs to happen. This person is someone people look up to and look to for guidance and that kind of thing. You might be telling this King of Swords, look, it's time to get off your ass and do something and address this lack of hope, because there is hope. The only reason there's not hope is because everybody's refusing to acknowledge that there could be hope. That's what I got so far. For whatever reasons, and this Queen of Pentacles may have removed her emotions to avoid getting hurt, is what I'm getting more than anything else. But there's some kind of missed opportunity. Again, this could be a job opportunity or a relationship, or it could be a partnership, work situation with somebody or with a group of people. But she's finding out now and is dealing with some mental conflict because of the information she's gained. And I do feel like it came from you. So we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. Excuse me. You might be telling this King of Wands, King of Swords, that it's time to make things right. That maybe this King of Wands did justice, as I'm saying that, making things right. So I do feel like you're helping to bring justice regarding a situation, conflict, where some bad decisions were made, and you're just helping to maybe bring in some clarity, some truth, some communication, so that wrongs can be righted, so that justice can be brought about. King of Swords got the Two of Swords. We have the Nine of Wands in reverse. Empress again in reverse. Five of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, clarifying the Queen of Pentacles. And then the High Priestess. So let's look at some of these, Libra. So this Queen of Swords feels, now he feels trapped, and he feels blocked. Or, honestly, if I'm being honest, this King of Swords, this is interesting energy for this King of Swords to have, because the King of Swords is generally not trapped by needing to make some mental decisions or having a clear head in order to make decisions. But this King of Swords, and maybe this is generally this person's nature that he acts this way, but right now, just because of a small lack of clarity, he feels trapped. Like he doesn't have all of the information that he needs in order to take action. And you're about to tell him, Queen of Swords, here's the information you needed. Now take some action. You were in the wrong. I feel like you're delivering some harsh news that this king made some mistakes or was in the wrong in some way and needs to communicate and make things better. It's this king's responsibility to communicate about what happened in the past and make things better. And it's his inability to take action that's keeping him from making progress and making a decision. he feels beaten up and bruised and broken down. I mean, you know, Nine of Wands in reverse indicates that war-torn hero that just can't go out for another fight, but he still has to make a decision. He's been failing to do so because he feels beaten up. He feels like he's already lost the race. He's already lost the competition. There's something about him feeling like he's already lost this. Why try again if you've already lost this? He feels like he's already lost this passionate new beginning for something. Again, missed opportunities on both sides. Now the Queen of Pentacles over here could potentially be starting to embody this Queen of Pentacles in reverse energy because of this missed opportunity. And she's dealing with, again, some mental internal conflict. Maybe feeling like, you know, the past hasn't been resolved, so she's unable to move forward, but it's starting to make her feel a little insecure, a little bit removed, a little bit incapable of making things right. These two people are pathetic. I'm just kidding. When I said that, I thought it was funny, but I didn't mean to say that they were pathetic. But this King of Swords and this Queen of Pentacles, I feel more that the King of Swords is... that's the thing, is they're both in the upright, so they're not pathetic people. It's not like they're just choosing to be, you know, weak and incapable and insecure. I don't think either one of them is normally like that, but for whatever reason, in the situation, there's this lack of strength on both sides. This... And, you know, I don't know the situation. I suppose it's very possible that the situation is very challenging and there's a lot of obstacles in the way. But it feels more to me, based on this Queen of Swords energy, that you're like coming out and saying, look, this is not what you think it is. This is, justice can be had, but somebody needs to step up, take action, and speak up. Because at this point in time, everybody's feeling like any effort put into this relationship or this effort or this, you know, new job offer or new partnership is just a waste of time. That why put more energy into it? It's time to walk away. It's time to leave it behind. You know, and you know, communication is just going to result in, you know, possibly more instability or an inability to really get this off the ground, or just not worthwhile because the situation has just gotten too uncertain. You know, and I do feel like it's possible that decisions in the past were made not considering all parties involved, you know, a little bit more on the selfish track, like someone made some decisions because of something that they wanted, didn't consider others' feelings or others' involvement in the situation. And maybe that became the norm, that people just stopped caring, not just about, you know, what they were losing because of their actions, but their perception of the situation. People stopped really caring, and it really brought the demise of this relationship or the situation. You know, I feel more and more like this Two of Cups doesn't necessarily represent a romantic relationship, but more of a partnership or a situation where two people could come together to, again, with this Ace of Pentacles out here, Seven of Pentacles, it could have been a work situation or a job situation or a partnership, new business opportunity, that kind of thing. So I'm going to get a Dreams of Gaia tarot card to end this reading for you, Libra. These have been acting nicely as advice cards, closing, kind of like a closing statement or a summary or some guidance from spirit, you know, whatever it looks like. But do I want that one? Yeah, I'm going to take this one. Eight of Water in reverse. I have not gotten this one yet. I've been getting a lot of repeat. You know, there's 83 cards in this deck. And if you're familiar with tarot, you know that a lot of times, you know, energy sticks around for a while. So I've become familiar with a handful of these cards because the same cards keep coming out over and over again. So I've never seen this one. It did come out in reverse. And I will show it to you here. I want to take a look at it with my glasses on first since I'm not very familiar with the picture. It's actually a nice card. So it came out in the reverse. I will display it in the upright so that you can see it. And I am reading from the book. I know I'm one of those people that hates it when tarot readers read from the book. But these cards, I mean, have significant and in-depth meanings, and I don't want to miss anything significant. And I'm not familiar with most of the cards, so I'm going to read from the book. This one's pretty short. About a half a page. Okay, so Libra, I'm going to display this for you and let's see what this says. Okay, so the Eight of Water symbolizes it came out in reverse. So I'm reading the potential blockage. Sorry, I'm glad I remembered that. So potential blockage. Eight of Water in reverse. Potential blockage. Speak clearly. Okay, here we go. The Eight of Water reversed symbolizes a lack of appreciation that may be married with an unhealthy desire for more that manifests in feelings of avarice and covetousness. Oh my gosh, these words. Covetousness. To covet what others have, believing that more will bring happiness, power, wealth, is a state of mind and being that has brought down kingdoms and founded new ones in the rubble. What about keeping up with the Joneses? If we do not appreciate what we have in our life now and are unable to see the abundance that surrounds us, why would our feelings change with more money, a new car, house, or relationship? Yes, the quality of our experiences might change, but if we take little joy from our present experiences, the love of family and friends we already enjoy, and the abundance that surrounds us, it is unlikely that our feelings will change just because our financial status allows us to do so or buy more. An emotional or spiritual lack cannot be assuaged by possessions. The Eight of Water reversed represents a need to question the desire for more. When more is not truly necessary, ask yourself when this card appears, is there an emotional, physical, intellectual, or spiritual lack that needs to be addressed? Interesting. So here's the thing. I absolutely believe this is significant. The message is significant to at least a few of you out there watching. There is this feeling that maybe whatever was going on here just wasn't enough, or people started becoming apathetic with what they truly had before them and just stopped appreciating, and then the relationship or the situation or the job opportunity or the friendship just died because there wasn't enough appreciation for what was present in one's life. This could be a broken relationship because people just didn't see that they had gifts in front of them in regards to relationships with people that were important in their life. I do feel like this Four of Cups, we talked about it before, and this Three of Swords, just this apathy is the cause of the heartache. And, again, refusing to see what you have before you because it's important to appreciate the people around you, what you've attained in life, what you already have, instead of wanting more. Anyway, Libra, I hope that helped you. I hope that this card gave you some clarity as well. This was one of the ones I'm gonna come out and admit this. This reading feels very general, so it feels like it could go in a lot of different directions. But this is one of those cards where it's not like, for me as a reader, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense with this reading. For me, it didn't pop out like that. I mean, I could understand how it applies, but I have a hunch that whoever's watching this video might be going, oh my gosh, that's so relevant, that applies exactly to the situation. So anyway, I don't question spirit, not anymore. Anyway, Libra, I'm going to leave that here. I hope that you enjoyed the reading. I hope it gave you clarity. I hope it confirmed some feelings or some emotions that you were having and helps you move forward. I appreciate you watching, and I hope you join me again soon. Take care. Bye.